So I did this book in June of 1999, and I recently just found it and started going through it. It's basically questions pertaining to me and stuff like that. So I thought it would be interesting, since it's almost been 20 years next year, of how much I've changed and stuff like that, and what I answered stuff back then. So this should be interesting. So there's like 80 pages to this, or 80 plus to this all about me book. So I'll do it in like different segments and stuff like that. So first one, doing this one-handed, is personal. My name, Crystal. Remember, this is 20 years ago. Crystal Carline White. Back then, I lived in Lake Forest. God, my old phone number. This is not my phone number right now, just to cue you in. It could be someone else's right now, but I still remember 859-2212. I filled this out, weirdly enough, June 7th, 1999. And I was born in Northern California. I'm not going to give out too much personal information. I don't need identity theft. And I am an Aquarius, born in the late 70s. Back then, my profession was a service cashier for McLean Cadillac in Tustin. And I've already completed high school. By then it was 2 years already. I'm 5'6" 3/4, and I weighed, 113 pounds back then. Wow. My hair was blonde then. My eyes are hazel, and I don't have any distinguished marks. My blood type, I didn't know it then. And my allergies, every animal with fur. My historical, my mom, Sunny, my dad, Gary. And then, let's see, my grandparents were still alive. Also, I listed my 4 sisters then, because I did not know of my half-brother and my oldest half-sister back then. My favorites, my color that I loved to wear was black. My favorite animal was mountain lion. The flower I would like to grow in my garden, plumeria, still do. My lucky number, 7. The smell that made me pause was orange blossoms. The taste that makes me melt, Chinese food. The hobby that occupies my time was photography, and still is. A sport you enjoyed watching, baseball, but now hockey. A sport you enjoy playing, softball. A city you like to visit, Honolulu, Hawaii. And a country I'd like to explore is Australia. My favorite meal was anything Chinese. The drink I often drink and still drink, a Coke. No Pepsi. A delicious dessert, cheesecake. I was very into New York cheesecake back then. My favorite game back then was Skip-Bo. The book I would strongly recommend back then was Any Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul. An author who has affected me. I didn't list any. I wasn't a good reader. The magazine I read most was Cosmopolitan. The newspaper I preferred to read on Sundays was The Register. Music you prefer to listen to when I was alone, Enya, still do. The singer or band I currently listen to the most was Alanis Morissette. The film I could watch over and over is Alice in Wonderland. The director I admired was Steven Spielberg. The actress whose performances I admired was, back then, Susan Sarandon. I was very much into Thelma and Louise back then. And the actor whose performance you admire, Johnny Depp, still do, because he's hot and he's a great actor. TV show I watched regularly, Melrose Place. The artist whose work I highly respected and still do is Ansel Adams. A piece of clothing you love to wear, overalls. I guess that was really in back then. A monument you would like To have a view from your bedroom, the Golden Gate Bridge. Your favorite time of the day, 10 p.m. Your favorite place to sit at home, my bed or bedroom. What you like to do on Sundays, sleep. And my motto, you only live life once.
Okay, now we're on to the fruits of our labor. Your children. I didn't have any back then. I was only 20. My pet, Megan, my golden retriever. She was still alive then. I lived in a house. My transportation, my 1998 Honda Civic EX. Oh, I miss that car and its system in it. Your approximate annual income. I made $15,500 a year. And I am making more money than I ever did before. Approximately number of hours you spend working each day. Wow. A week I worked 42 hours and 30 minutes. Your watch. I guess it's the watch you wear. I didn't answer. The perfume I always wore back then was White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. Something important on my desk was a calculator. I don't know why. Maybe because I love numbers. On my wall, I hung roses so they would, die and last. Under my bed or in my closet, I hid a bottle of vodka, apparently. Something important on your night table, my bills. When you sleep, you wear nothing but underwear or PJs, depending on mood. If you had a safe, what would you keep in it? Family heirlooms, things you like to buy, stuff for my car. If you could afford it at the moment, what would you buy? A house. And things I collected back then, Disney movies, tapes, Pooh Bears, and I didn't have a lot of perfume then. Okay, your strangest profession, and I cannot read my own writing. Future body stuff, I have no idea. Your most expensive possession was my Honda. Your prized possession, my big Winnie the Pooh. My material possessions are jewelry. If your house was burning and you only had time to rescue 3 items, that they would be picture albums, purse, and a Pooh Bear.
Okay, now we're at morals. Let's see what my morals were back then. Something forbidden you have done that might even surprise your closest friends. Nothing. People should not marry before the age of 18. People should not have children before the age of 22. The appropriate age for having sex, 16. The first time you had sex, you were at this age, 16. The most recent lie, that I did not smoke in the house. I guess I did. When you are late for an appointment and it's your fault, you either lie or tell the truth. I said tell the truth. A lie, you tell yourself that I am a horrible person. Something you have stolen that was not worth the risk. Clothes and makeup. One person you have killed in your thoughts. And an ex-boyfriend. One thing in this world you are addicted to. Cigarettes even back then. A drug or alcohol beverage you take on a regular basis. Screwdriver. If there were no side effects, you would enjoy being addicted to nothing that I could think of. I would. Good. Drugs you have tried in the past. Pot. Drugs you would never try. Heroin. A drug you will never try again. Pot. You believe hitting a child is an appropriate form of discipline. Spanking, yes. Other hits, no. Okay, remember again, this is 20 years ago. As an adult, you have hit a woman, no. As an adult, you have hit a man, no. You have been arrested, no. You have read someone's diary or gone through someone's private belongings without permission, yes. If yes, which best describes your reason? I put jealousy. If yes, what did you discover? That he was claiming side. What would your reaction be if your spouse or partner cheated on you? the most emptiness feeling in the world, and a lot of anger. You have cheated? Yes, once, and never did it again. A time you purposely hurt someone emotionally. I wrote none I can think of, but probably the time I cheated on that person. A time you accidentally hurt someone emotionally. When I told Brian, my boyfriend at the time, I did not want to be with him anymore. You have apologized, and I said yes. You owe someone money, but you have stalled in paying them back. And I wrote no, and probably it was yes, and my mom.
Okay, now we're at God in the world. Do you believe in God? Yes. Describe God, the Father of Jesus, the one who created the world and me. What religion? I was raised as Christian. Do you practice a religion? Not really, but in my own way. And I still do to this day. The most spiritual moment when I asked Jesus into my heart. The last time you were in a house of worship, that was 1 year ago. Death is scary, but your soul goes up to heaven. How you picture the end of the world. Lots of rioting and panic. Has God spoken to you? Not verbally, but I'm sure he has. And if yes, what did he tell you? So obviously I didn't write anything. Do you feel the most wars started because of religious conflict? Yes. Does life exist on other planets? Yes. Have they made contact with us? No, not that I know of. Do you believe we are descendants of Adam and Eve? Yes. Do you believe in evolution? No. Do you believe in astrology? Yes. Do you read your horoscope? Yes. If yes, why? Because that's what I think. Have you ever been treated by a psychotherapist? Yes. If so, yes, to control my temper. Do you believe in reincarnation? Yes. If reincarnation does exist, would you like to come back as anything peaceful? I said. Okay, opinions. What is your opinion of the right to have an abortion? I put con. The right to own guns. Pro. The welfare system. Con. The death penalty. Pro. Rights and services for illegal immigrants. Con. Legalization of drugs. Con. Equal rights for homosexual. Pro. The practice of premarital sex. Pro. Which issue concerns you the most? Abortion. On behalf of this issue, you have done nothing. The first step towards resolving poverty, donations, or making a job for them. The first step towards racism, telling everyone that we are all the same on the inside. The environmental issue that concerns you the most, cutting down our forests for paper. Do you believe a person is defined by what she or he does for a living? I said no. Why? Because that doesn't tell who he or she is. Politically, you define yourself as conservative. The worst crime against humanity, murder. The worst political crime, assassination. The minimum punishment for those who molest children should be a life sentence. The minimum punishment for those who rape should be a life sentence in jail till they die of the military. This is funny. I said I don't really have one, even though my dad was in the Army and National Guard, so that's weird. Your opinion of the draft. I think it's stupid because it forces you to fight in a war. You would fight in a war if I knew I wasn't going to get hurt or killed.
Three things you like about your mother. I can tell her anything. She's a good listener, and she tries to always look at both sides. Three things you like about your father. I tell him my problems with Mom. He always lends a helping hand, and he is funny. What question was easier to answer? Mother. Character or physical trait you inherited from your mother. Patience to listen to people's problems. Three things you dislike about your mother.
One, why she married my stepdad. Back then, we didn't get along, but now, as we're older and we've grown, we like each other now. I believe she chose him over me back then a lot of times, and she spends more time with him. 3 things you dislike about your dad. He wasn't there when they were married, making decisions for my wedding. He didn't really. And he moved so far away after the divorce. Which question was easier for you to answer? Your dad. But I love you both. Character or physical traits you inherited from your father. A short temper. But that's weird. I never saw my dad have a temper. Wow. 20 years makes you look at things different. When you were a child, your parents spent too much time with you. The most common issue you and your parents have argued about money that I have borrowed. Your most beautiful childhood memory of your parents, of us all going to the grocery store. I loved going to the grocery store with both my parents. Your most horrifying child memory of your parents, catching them in the act. Gross. If you didn't know your parents, you would choose these 2 people as your mother and your father, and back then it was my ex's parents, Tim and Karen. If you were not available, you would choose these 2 famous people as your mother and your father, and I chose Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. Do you think you said I love you enough to your mother? No. Do you think you said I love you enough to your father? No. Has your mother told you that she loves you enough? Yes. Has your father told you he loves you enough? Yes. Your mother often said, I love you. Your father often said, take care. Who do you resemble physically? And I didn't answer, but probably my dad, because we have the same eyes. Something your parents did that you never have forgiven them. Splitting up, which is weird, because their divorce really didn't affect me. I think I was more sad of losing my childhood home. What would you take what would it take for you to forgive them? Nothing. I kind of did, but there is still something complex I have. If you had to imagine your mother as an animal, what would it be? A unicorn. If you had to imagine your father as an animal, what would it be? A grizzly bear. You and your siblings share in common our eye color. The trait you do not share with your siblings, the way they were raised. Your favorite relative, my Aunt Teresa back then. Why? She was cool. Your least favorite relative. I'll just leave that there. I will answer that question now. Your least favorite relative back then, 20 years ago, Aunt Lynn. She is also my birth mom, so there was a lot of things I knew and a lot of things I didn't know. And so I was very angry at the time, because all I knew is she gave me up. And then why she was my least favorite is, I just wrote she was very irresponsible, but she's changed now and we have a close relationship. If you were not related to your family members, would you still choose these 3 as your friends? My mom, Carla, and April. If you had to imagine your siblings as animals, they would be, my sister Lori would be a black panther. My sister Jerry would be a mouse. Carla would be a kitty, and April would be a laughing hyena. Something you wish for your mother, long life. Something you wish for your father. Something you wish for your father, a long life as well.
Okay, now we're on the category of friends. 3 traits you look for in a friend. Funny, doesn't mind listening to problems, and outgoing. A friend you have known for the longest, Amy, and back then it was 12 years. And is this friend a close friend? Yes. Why or why not? Because she has been there through thick and thin. A friend you miss the most, Cassie. When was the last time you saw this friend? Back then, 1 month ago. When do you think you will see this friend again? Soon. A friend who makes you laugh often, Amy. A friend to whom you can tell anything. Amy. A friend whom can go for advice. Amy. The best piece of advice this friend gave you, I deserve better, still is to this day. A friend you can have adventures with. Amy. The best adventure you had with this friend when we went to Maui with her family. A friend you can flirt with. Ryan Morehouse. A friend you should not flirt with as much as you do. Danny, when I worked with him. A friend you would like to kiss. Mike Martell, I worked with him, he was hot. A friend you should not have kissed. Not applicable. A friend you don't take seriously. Danny. A friend you may lose soon. Not applicable. Why? Obviously not applicable. Oops. A friend you lost for a reason other than death because he moved away. I must have been talking about Cliff. And I'd hope to see this friend again, and I did. Hopefully I can see him again in the future. A friend who has beliefs in something you cannot respect. And it was a friend of mine, Kathy, because she was Catholic. But I like parts of the Catholic religion and the Christian religion, which I am. Okay. A friend whom you like to be closer with. Cassie. Describe a barrier that exists between this friend. She is busy a lot of the time. A friend to whom you never lent money. Not applicable. A friend who has betrayed you. No friends have betrayed me. A friend who has done something terrible but whom you have forgiven. She stayed with the man who beat her. Describe what you have forgiven. I forgave her when she left the man. But obviously I was younger and dumber. It wasn't her fault. A friend you would name as a godparent of your child. Amy. A friend whom you have something important to say but not yet had the courage to. Tell Cassie that I would still like to be close the way we used to be. Your two closest friends, Amy and Ryan. One trait you admire in each of them, that she listens and he is so sweet. One trait you wish each of them would change, that she wasn't the gossip queen and he wasn't so shy. The animal that best describes each of them, she was a leopard and he was a panda bear. Your mother is your friend? Yes. Your father is your friend? Yes. Your best friend as a child? Amy. Your worst enemy as a child, I guess, was Amy at first because I thought she was taking Cassie away. And another one is Lauren. Your best friend as a teenager? Amy. Your worst enemy as a teenager? Lauren. And I answered these, but I wasn't supposed to till I was an adult, but I guess I tried to look into the future. Your best friend as an adult? Amy. Wish, kind of, that was still the case. Worst enemy is adult. Or as an adult is Ed, but I'm sure I have some new ones to put on there. If you could, where would you banish your worst enemy to? Hell, of course. Are you able to forgive your enemies? And I said maybe, depends on what they did to me. The best friend who is most like you, Amy, but not anymore. Apparently because we both like clothes. The friend who is most unlike you, Ryan Morehouse, because we have very few things in common, but we did. A friend who uses most of your energy, Christy, but now we're friends. We didn't like each other back then. A friend you will see in hell, Ed. A friend you will see in heaven, Amy.
Okay, now we're on egos. My three best qualities. Very good sense of humor, polite, and very good listener. My three worst ones: temper, bored easily, and take things too personal. Pretty much the same, yeah. Of these three worst qualities, which one do you struggle the most? A temper, yes. Which of the three worst qualities have you tried to change? My temper. 3 words that describe how others view you. Funny, kind, and good listener. 3 words you would use to describe your ideal self. Smarter, calmer, and less paranoid. I don't know what I was paranoid back then. 3 things for which you are often complimented. My boobs, back then. How skinny I was, and my small hands, and which one of the 3 is the most meaningful to you. I said my small hands. special compliment that made you blush? Someone said I was pretty. Who gave you this special compliment, Brian? An insult that made you burn. That no guy can stand me. What was your reaction to this insult? I cried and got really mad. You are far better than most people you know. Is it on Hollywood Boulevard? The animal that best describes you, a laughing hyena or a skunk? You are embarrassed when others put me on the spot. You are embarrassed when I am a klutz. Others are embarrassed when you fart. The greatest amount of physical pain that you have ever endured is my allergy testing, but now giving birth. The greatest amount of emotional pain you have ever endured. When my grandmother Selma died. The proudest moment when I graduated high school. Who shared this moment with you? Brian. The moment you are most ashamed of. Losing my virginity. Someone who shared that moment with you? Ed. When discussing your career with others, you tend to be factual. When discussing your love life with others, you tend to be factual. When telling stories and relaying the details of your day, you tend to exaggerate. If you didn't have communication to others, you would be very lonely. The number of drinks that constitutes your limit, 3 screwdrivers. Apparently screwdrivers were my drink then. Your best physical feature, my waist. You have considered plastic surgery? Yes. At your best, you are most like the famous person I said, Claudia from Party of Five. At your worst, you are most like this famous person, Amy Fisher. Create a newspaper headline you would like to read about yourself. Highest paying model and photographer. Your most recent selfless act, taking care of the house. Okay, now I'm on what you like. Ryan, planning my wedding, because I was engaged to him back then. Amy, my car, Ryan's car, my family, his family, Winnie the Pooh, photography, Ansel Adams, Hawaii, black and white, work friends, and wedding rings. And what I dislike, I didn't mark anything.
On to the next. Yes or no's. You keep a diary. Yes. You like to cook. Yes. You exercise regularly. Yes. You sketch while you are on the phone. Yes, I still do that. You have read a book in the past month. No. You replace the toilet paper roll immediately. Yes. You like crossword puzzles. No. You have visited the Eiffel Tower. No. You have a secret you have shared with anyone. Yes. You wait until the last minute to fill your car with gas. No. You snore. No. You have been to an ancestor's homeland. No. You raid in the bathroom. No. Been sick on vacation. Yes. You often have people over at your house. Yes. You like America. Yes. You can remember jokes. Yes. You play cards. Yes. You fold your underwear. Yes. You talk in your sleep. Yes. Or no, sorry, I don't talk in my sleep. You recycle small batteries? No. You often avoid paying full price? No. You like hiking? No. You like being on the phone? Yes. You shave regularly? No. You set your watch a few minutes ahead? Yes. You are always late? No. You often get headaches? No. You smoke? Yes. A naked photo of you exists? Back then, no. You can whistle, yes. You write letters regularly, yes. You believe in destiny, yes. You brush your teeth 3 times a day, no. You have something you wish to confess, no. You change your bed sheets weekly, no. You bite your fingernails, yes. You pick your nose, no. You are a vegetarian, no. You have eaten in a restaurant alone, no. You have gone to a movie alone, no. You have taken a vacation alone, no. You read the newspaper every day, no. You have not used a hairdryer in the past 5 years, no. You have never used a personal computer, no. You have made love in an airplane, no. You have hit your father or mother in anger, yes. When you think you have done something wrong, you are quick to apologize. Yes. You lose control in heated arguments. Yes. In the morning when your alarm clock goes out, do you go get out of bed immediately? No. You drink mother's milk? No. You generally save letters and postcards? Yes. You hate parties? No. You have stolen money from your parents? I answered yes, but I can't recall. You give, or less is more? Yes. You often have the last word? Yes. You give money to the homeless people? No. Money have influenced your character? No. You know who you are? Yes. You enjoy being photographed? Yes. Life treats you well? No.